This is Mike with Backwards Machining. I just wanted to give you another update, let you know what was going on. I received in the X-axis linear rails, guides, and ball screw. So basically now we're just waiting on some steel, and I have Monday off for the rest of, well, until November. I took Mondays off, so I'm going to go Monday to pick up the steel for this machine. The Z-axis, let me show you where I'm at with this. I have the linear rails. These are all bolted on. These are lined up. The ball screw is, it's not tight, but it's all threaded and drilled. These are all drilled and countersunk. This will be lined up in the center down here. Actually, hang on, let me put it where it's going to go. There we go. Now, because this is over the linear rails, this is where all the support is. This is going to be the bottom of the spindle where the bit comes out. Now, obviously, this 3/4 inch thick stainless steel is just for rigidity. Now we'll have this aluminum plate. This is 1/2 inch thick aluminum plate. This will go on the top, and this is where, you know, the spindle will sit on top of, if you want a cheap analogy. There you go. So, you know, figure an end mill sitting here, and this is how it will sit. Now the ball screw underneath is what's going to drive it. I'll have to tie a stepper motor to that, and I still have to put holes for the mounting plate, and for this it has to be attached to this. Unfortunately, one of the things I overlooked is going to be the stepper motor. Hang on. The stepper motor is going to be turning this, and this is actually going to be in the way. When this actually pulls up, this is going to be in the way of the stepper motor. So, poor design on my part. I might have to do some modification. I don't know if I'll do a belt drive, or I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet what I'm going to do. But again, you know, work in progress. You know, we're getting there slowly but surely. I got a couple more things in the mail. Let me show you what I got here. Here's the relays to turn the spindle on and off, and the coolant on and off. And these are boost converters. Basically, you know, you can put 24 volts in and bump it down to 15 or 12 volts. This is just for some of the fans and whatnot I have. That way I can use some of my older fans that are 12 volt with 24 volt power supply. This plate over here, I still haven't finished putting the holes in yet for the ball screw. I'm running into a little bit of a problem with that, because I have to make sure that, I mean, you can see I've milled out this part, but not this part yet for the ball screw. And when I go to do the holes for the ball screw mount, I have to make sure they're completely in line with one another. And my milling machine doesn't have that kind of throw. So I'm either going to have to do this one at work, or figure something else out for the y-axis. So I'm still in the engineering process of this part. So I also got this for my argon tank back there. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a Y off the tank so I can run one to my TIG and one to my MIG. That way I don't have to keep swapping the lines. Should make putting this frame together a little easier anyway, I'm guessing. Alright, most of these holes are already drilled and tapped. Like I said, I just have to finish for the ball screw. I started one side, but ran into some technical difficulties that I will figure out. I need a bit more time. So now this is all, like I said, for the most part, drilled and tapped. So this will go on top of this now. Like this. Now, unfortunately, what I'm concerned about is the height of this. You know, obviously the taller this is, you get a leverage thing working against you. So I'm hopeful that this won't work against me. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, this is the Y and Z axis now. So there we go. So the next step in my list of to-dos here is I need to mount the Z onto the Y. So I need both hands to lift this thing. Hang on. So what I'm going to do is on this plate here, on the back plate, I'm going to measure out, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 holes, you know, top and bottom, and this, and I'll have to put them in this, transfer them to this plate with the cutout for the ball screw. That will be the next endeavor here. See how far I can get with this weekend. Basically just going through and countersinking the holes now. Alright, I got the holes drilled and countersunk for this. And I've got the 6 holes drilled for mounting this to the y-axis. And these bolt holes are tight. So I have to hope I'm able to machine those other 2 plates. Hang on. These ones here, I have to hope I can machine them accurate enough that way. That way when it's over here, and these are bolted down to the rails and the linear bearings, that this bolts and lines up nicely. But I guess we'll see how that goes. Because if it does like it should, then everything will be lined up parallel. I know that the Z will be, you know, a perfect 90 in theory to the Y-axis. So, you know, when I'm cutting parts, I won't have to worry too much about shimming or, you know, any of that stuff. Alright, I can't even begin to tell you how much time this crap took. I know, it doesn't look like much, but holy cow. This thing takes forever. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call this one. Try again maybe next weekend. Alright, catch you later.